Hey guys, I'm back with episode 37 of my Direwolf 20 series, and I have a little bit of a problem with my mana. I'm able to shoot Fireball twice, then I gotta wait like 5 minutes for it to recharge. So, what I want to do is make myself a light Nexus. It uses blocks of quartz and can use block of diamond. Then it'll have this thing in the middle. That thing is made from chalk. And I'm going to use blue chalk because it makes it neutral. So, clay, flint, paper, lapis lazuli, and vintium to get blue chalk. Then I already got my blocks of quartz and blocks of diamond. I keep stealing wood from there. The chalk goes down in a 3x3. Let's put it right there. Then quartz blocks in the sides. And the diamond blocks on top of that. The reason I chose the light nexus is because it takes light and converts it into mana or essence. So, not enough in there. Okay, well, wish I could read that. So, now there's a lot more items. A lot more, yeah, okay. And what I want is something that allows me to read the amount of essence or mana in the Nexus. Ah, there it is. Crystal Wrench. I'll need a Desert Nova, Vintium Dust, a Blue Orchid, and some iron. So I'll go and get those and make that and be back in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. And I made my Crystal Wrench. And immediately the entry I wanted appeared. Because this tells me it can be used to sense the amount of essence. So I'm going to need a mana focus, which is gold around glass, or gold nuggets. So, block of glass, piece of gold. Then I'll need some redstone and vintium. So, 4 nuggets and a block of glass for a lesser focus. 4 redstone and a lesser focus for a standard focus. And 2 vintium for a mana focus. Then I'll need a stick and a piece of chimerite. So, stick, chimerite, there it is. So, mana focus, stick, chimerite for the Magitech staff. And this will allow me to sense mana. And as it turns out, I placed the chalk wrong because I placed it first. So, going to get a piece of flint, paper, some clay, my flint did not come out, Ventium dust, and lapis. So flint, paper, clay, Ventium, lapis for blue chalk. And now my Nexus should work. And then, me being me, it's too close to something, like the wall. But there's a lot more things, or entries to go through. Just making sure I drew or made it correctly. Blocks of quartz. This says white chalk, but if I read the chalk entries, this will create. Oh. What's blue chalk? So maybe this just wants white chalk. I don't know. I'll test it and find out. And be back in a bit. Alright guys, I'm back. And to make the white chalk, I need to use something called Arcane Compound, which is made like so, with stone in the corners, well, stone in the top left and bottom right, and netherrack in the top right and bottom left, then glowstone on the sides and netherrack on the top and bottom, I believe, and you smelt it. And once it's smelted, you get some arcane ash. Then, using paper, clay, flint, arcane ash, paper, clay, flint, arcane ash, and what was the last one? Oh, bone meal. You can get yourself white chalk. Then I also moved my Nexus over and tested it with blue chalk. Did not work. But now, with white chalk, it's working. And gaining essence just by sitting here. Slowly it gains essence. And once it reaches 10%, when you walk through it, it'll give you a mana regen buff. Sadly, this only generates essence during the day by taking it out of light. It's kind of like a solar panel. So, sleeping, or not, sleeping through the night, we should be able to go back and see it charging. It is. So that'll eventually get up to 10%. And when it's at 10%, we should be able to see a mana regen boost. Going to shoot this at my cows a few times. And hopefully not. Oh, out of mana. Now going back to the next guy, 5%. Okay, I'll let that charge up to 10% and I'll be back in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. And it's at 11%. I cannot cast Fireball or my fire spell. So I walk through and get a mana regen boost. And still cannot cast my fire spell. Down to the last few seconds. And out of a mana regen boost. But I can now cast my fire spell. And I got more mana regen. So attempting to shoot a cow. Got one. It does look like it moves up a little bit faster, but it's not the considerable amount I wanted. So I'll continue running around and leveling up so that I have more mana to draw upon. And while I do that, I'll end the recording here and be back in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. And I was making a spell, and there was something that I did not read in what it required. So I'm getting myself a mana battery, and eventually going outside. This stuff is essence. And I need to click on the center of the Nexus, and then it'll be in pairing mode, which is this white light, and I'll click on the mana battery. Then this should send some mana to the mana battery. And I'll click on the mana battery and pair it with the crafting altar. Maybe. There's a range on it, isn't there? The mana battery removes dark and white effects from essence. And the spell I was making wanted 500 neutral essence. This is light, so it did not like it. Now it's just a matter of whether or not it'll pair with anything. So I'll be back in a bit once I figure out how to get it paired, and I'll have it paired. So be back in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back, and I was somehow able to connect my light Nexus to my crafting altar and make it work. So then I just continued making the spell from there. And now, because it's healing, gonna choose a little heart, heal, and we'll go from there. So heal costs about 46 mana, and now I need to find something that'll cause damage. Nice. With a regeneration effect. I like it. So now I can go run around, get hit a few times, cast the regeneration, and run away. If my life's getting low, that is. And now that I have 3 spells, which take up all the empty space on my hotbar, I want to make something that is detailed in the Arcane Compendium. First, put all the items away. And items. Spellbook. So I need leather, paper, and string. I need 2 pieces of paper, 4 pieces of leather, and 3 pieces of string. And with that, I should be able to get myself the spellbook. And what the spellbook does is shift click to open it. Then you can have your spells stored in it. Then you shift mouse scroll to select your spell, whichever one you want. And you can go cast that, semi-quickly shift to the next one, and cast that, or not due to lack of mana. Must have just barely had enough. But I think that's about it for this episode, and I'll be back next episode with more Ars Magica. Thanks for watching.